Failed former President Donald Trump claims he lost the 4 cell phones that have just been subpoenaed by Letitia James. I know you're going to say, David, how is that? How is that possible? How is it possible he would even try to say that? But there have been no consequences for anything. So why wouldn't he try to say that? Look at this report from Business Insider. Donald Trump swears he has lost 4 of the cell phones subpoenaed by New York Attorney General Letitia James. What? Former President Donald Trump swears he can't find 4 personal and business cell phones that New York's Attorney General has demanded for her probe of the Trump Organization, according to a new court filing. I am not aware of its current location, and I do not know its current whereabouts, Trump says repeatedly of his most recent business phone, 2 old flip phones, plus a Samsung that he had used until it was taken away from me at some point while I was president. Trump also swears in the filing he has no additional personal business documents to turn over, and he doesn't own nor use a business computer. I also do not use a computer for work-related purposes. That does appear to be true. That's been a thing for a while. There's actually a lot of CEOs that don't use computers personally just to avoid exactly this issue where their computer might be requested for something. The affidavit was included as part of a larger filing. The former president has been fined $10,000 a day since April 26th, when a Manhattan judge, Arthur Engeron, issued a written order holding Trump in contempt of court for failing to comply with the Attorney General Letitia James's subpoenas for documents and records. Trump currently owes more than $100,000 in fines. He has started appealing the contempt order, calling the fine exorbitant and unjustified. Trump was known during his presidency for keeping a cell phone always at the ready for the firing off of incendiary tweets. But in his affidavit, Trump says he lost track of some of these old devices, including the very phones the Attorney General believes could contain information pertinent to the inquiry. Trump says he believes the Trump Organization last issued him a business phone in 2015. It's just gone. It disappeared. I am no longer, this must be some kind of typo. I am no longer have the cell phone in my possession, and I am not aware of its current location. As for 2 flip phones and the Samsung he has owned since 2010, those are also lost. I do not know their current location. I took the Samsung with me to the White House, and it was taken from me at some point while I was president. I do not have the Samsung in my possession. I do not know its current whereabouts. Currently, I own 2 personal mobile phones. One is an iPhone he's had for several years, and he did submit that one for a search. So, I mean, listen, does anyone believe that he lost the 4 phones in question? No. But why not lie about it, given that there have been no consequences whatsoever and that you're just trying to run out the clock? It seems as though you would deliberately get rid of the phones. That would be certainly one thing to do. And it may technically be true. I mean, if you go by the letter, he says he is not aware of its current location. That's like if I say I threw out a phone. It would be true that I am not aware of its current location. Is it in a landfill? Was it repurposed? Was it, who the hell knows? It's technically true, but it's not the spirit of the situation. So as we've said before, with almost all of these different things, the strategy is obstruct and delay. The January 6th committee, the New York Attorney General investigation, Southern District, all these different things that are going on. Georgia, obstruct to the extent that you can and make legal arguments as to why the obstruction should be allowed, and then delay. With January 6th, we know the point of delaying. It is looking, and I have to choose my words carefully, lest anyone in the audience get mad at me. It is looking probable, but it is not guaranteed that Republicans are going to take the House in November and be sworn in to that control in January. If that happens, the January 6th committee is dead in the water. And of course, anybody who has been able to avoid dealing with the January 6th committee, you're good. You're free, essentially. And so that is the purpose there. And with a lot of these other investigations, in one of them, it started to become clear that there was no real interest in charging Trump, and investigators quit. We covered that story a few weeks ago. So I don't believe any of it. I don't believe he lost the phones. I mean, if he doesn't know where they are, it's because they've been destroyed, thrown out, whatever, and it's technically accurate. But we know exactly what they're doing, and he will almost certainly get away with it. And we can point fingers and say, well, it's just Merrick Garland's fault. Or it's actually far more complicated than that. There seems to be no genuine willingness to seriously consider charging the president and immediate associates. And that has opened the door for them to do whatever they can at the time to justify not cooperating. That's exactly what Trump is doing now with this 4 lost cell phone thing. If you're looking for a therapist or seeking treatment for mental health or substance abuse, check out Compassionate Care. Compassionate Care is a medical practice offering mental health treatment that's affordable and remote in the comfort of your home. Compassionate Care offers remote talk therapy to patients nationwide. You can establish a meaningful long-term relationship without having to drive to an office for every appointment. Psychiatry services are available remotely to patients in Pennsylvania and New York. Compassionate Care offers medication-assisted treatment for opioid or alcohol addiction with the medications buprenorphine and naltrexone, available in Pennsylvania, New York, and Delaware. Compassionate Care does not require insurance. They're a small independent practice. They support the David Pakman Show, and you can support them, and they're ready to talk to you. Get a free consultation by calling 855-208-2408 or go to caredrs.com. The link is down below.